Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and there was something I forgot at the end of the last episode. We've got an asteroid in orbit around Kerbin, and we are going to eject that thing to Jool, and we're going to do it basically at the same time, or we're going to do it first before we do any other launches to Jool, because this is in 5 hours, and the Kerbin Jool window is actually in 4 days. So we're going to turn this guy towards his crazy 2,600 meter per second burn, which is going to be roughly 12 minutes, give or take, based on these stages. Sadly, it's just what I've got to do. I am not going to make you watch it. I'm also not going to time warp during it. I might go up to 2 times, like hit F5 first and then go up to 2 times and just see if it works. But, it's pretty crazy. No matter what you say, it's pretty crazy. So, we're going to do this burn, and then I'm going to come and then I'm going to launch the other things. So, tell you what, I'll just show you it starting here. 14 minutes. And, yeah, he's having trouble keeping it straight. Target center of mass. I don't think I can time warp. This is kind of crazy. Okay, we're about to drop these tanks. I just want to, so you can visualize the acceleration of this guy. I'm going to drop the tanks when they get to 0 here. And there we go. That is our acceleration. And as this thing is losing mass, I think it's getting less controllable. I did actually stop the burn for a second, unlock the pivot, and try to get this perfectly centered. This is the best I could do. It's actually slightly better than it was. But I think that as we're burning and losing mass back here, this thing is getting more front heavy, and it's making it harder to push, which doesn't bode perfectly well, but I think once I finish this burn, and I'm keeping it down here because it keeps pushing it up here. I basically let it push it up here, and then I push it back down. But yeah, once this burn is done, though, we're done with most of what we're doing, because once you get to Jool, you could use the moons to fling yourself around. So I won't have to do any longer burns once I get an encounter with specifically Laythe. But there's Kerbin up there. But mostly, yeah, this is just the way it works when you're doing asteroid pushing. I might have been able to use moon to fling myself out or something. I honestly don't know. But this is the burn I got. This is the burn I'm using. So, I'll be back in 4 minutes. Okay, we're not quite done yet. I just wanted to show you something. Target mode here, this is still wrong. It's showing that, I just realized this is the backwards target. On the nav ball, the backwards target wandered off this way, and then the forwards target came on. And I just realized what happened. I think that the mass of the ship finally got less than the mass of the asteroid. So now actually targeting the center of the mass of the asteroid is closer to actually targeting the center of the mass of the asteroid. I think the fact that the asteroid's connected to the ship is causing this thing to think that the center of mass of the asteroid is actually behind us. Which is kind of crazy. Anyway, we're about to drop this last tank. We're also getting very close up here. So I'm just going to probably keep you through the rest of this. We've only got 40 seconds of burn left. Let's go ahead and dump this tank. Goodbye. And then now we're burning this up, and all we're waiting for is that magical, hey, you just connected with Jool. And we can probably set Jool as our focus view on it. And we're bringing this in. As soon as we get something close in here, we are going to stop this burn. And it's not very bad, actually. But we're going to get it in at least to under Tylo's orbit here. Ideally something that encounters Laythe. And then we can just... Okay, yeah, we're losing our... It was slowing down, so we're going to leave it at that. This is where we stop. And we have an encounter with Jool with this crazy, crazy boat. And yeah, he's moderately low. I guess I could have been using RCS, but that would have used up all the RCS in this thing. But yeah, the next thing to drop is this guy. So once he's out of fuel, then all we've got left is this guy. And this guy has landing gear, but I think that's just to come back to Kerbin. But anyway, okay. Whew. Okay. You can't see it on here, but Captain Binary Stew is piloting this thing. But as fate would have it, we have exactly 3 Kerbals to launch and exactly 1 ship with 3 spots on it. So Mav Kerman and Sizemore Kerman are in the science lab, and they are going to ride that thing all the way to Jool, assuming this thing doesn't explode the atmosphere. We love our early morning launches. The astronauts aren't big fans of them, but they allow us to stay in the sun the entire time up. So we are going to turn on the computer. We are going to crank up the volume. It's already cranked up. And notice this thing actually takes off like an airplane would. So east is down on the nav ball, not to the right. That's why I'm aiming it this way. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. And oh my god, we broke. Oh no, they were just twisted anyway. Okay, this thing is loud. It is also super impressive. It's got a really awesome thrust-to-weight ratio, which means I'm going to throttle down a little bit once we get up to 95 or so. Also means possibly, I'm not sure, but I would love to do a launch without these attached to the sides. I think if you take these engines off, that would probably just about make up for the fact that that I had to throttle down once I got my atmospheric efficiency up to 1. Not a big deal. This thing seems to have the beef. So what's for dinner? Okay, here we go. First stage is going. Oh god, please don't hit my ship. We've also got to throttle up now. Looks like all the way. Yeah, see, now we've got atmospheric efficiency. Actually, we're still going down slightly, but not too bad. So we're going to start our gravity turn kind of slightly. And we are going the wrong way. Oh boy, it's not down on the nav ball, it's up on the nav ball. I'm glad I saw that now and not like 10 minutes into the flight. Not that that's a huge deal, but it's bigger than I want it to be. Okay, here goes our next stage. Any second now. Okay. What? I thought it was going to be these ones. Oh god. This thing's going to be like a flying something or other. I have no idea what. Oh my god. Are you telling me the next stage to go is this one? It is. Oh god. We're going to die. Binary Stew, I hope you have your affairs in order. Mav and Sizemore, just don't even tell them. Don't even. Oh my god, it's not even. Oh, what did you do to me? I'm going to watch it from this angle here. This is alarming, we're going to say. No turning during a... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, it made it. We've definitely got to crank this thing down to... I'm just going to crank it down to 30 here. That was scary. Okay, well the rest of this should be fairly typical of your launches. Oh, don't pause on me, game. Okay. There you go. Bye-bye, guys. That makes everything better. Although it looks like these central stacks are actually going to stay longer than these center ones, which is a little bit alarming. We are almost going to dump the next tanks. And then I think I'm going to check an IVA view once we do that. Oh god, it's the center ones. What did you just do? Why would you do that to me? Oh my god, look at this thing. Yeah, Binary Stew's like, what was that? You want to give me a heart attack. Okay, let's go IVA. Yeah, it's nothing much to see. Look at that. That is crazy. Who thought that was a good idea? I think it's a great idea. I'm loving it. Okay, we are cruising up here. We are cruising for a bruising. Let's go ahead and time warp ourselves up to space, and then I can circularize this orbit. It's only going to take a few seconds to circularize the orbit because I put so much of my effort into going sideways, as you should all. By the time your apoapsis is at 50 kilometers, you should be sideways. But yeah, we're just going to turn this guy here and let's get our periapsis above 70. 80 by 81, look at that. That is how you do it. Sweet. Okay, well, Binary Stew, you guys have a few days up here. Tell you what, let's go ahead and plan this launch here. No, I don't want to go to the fuel slug. Sadly, the fuel slug's not going to have any use. As cool as it is, just got no use for it. Let's go ahead and burn out. Now, we've already got a nice encounter with Jool. I might just do this here. It's in 14 minutes. Looking pretty good, to be honest. A little bit south, but you expect that. Yeah, let's just add a little bit to the prograde here, just to get it perfectly south of it, and then we can at the ascending node, we can just do a burn to bring it up, and then we'll be good. And it's a 2,000 meter per second burn, which means the fuel slug spent an extra $6,000 because his orbit was wonky. He did not do anything even remotely. Oh yeah, we have 5. Oh wow, there is 1 meter per second left in these other tanks. That is hilarious. I think we'll actually waste more fuel dragging them with us than we will save by using the fuel in them, which is kind of crazy. Also, what's with these RCS tanks? I've used like no RCS, and you've brought 2 along with each one. I could be totally spamming the RCS on these guys. You just want explosions, don't you? You're trying to give me a heart attack. Now, these guys are probably going to come back and hit him if he were to orbit twice. If he were to come back to this spot, these guys would be coming back the other way, I think, if that's the way orbits work. So, we're going to luckily be burning about halfway around our orbit, though. And there we go. We are burning. It's kind of wobbly because of how far back these things are, but that's fine. We're not picky. Definitely not going to try physics warp with this one. I think that would lead to death and destruction. Binary Stew's happy. He's like, finally, I'm meeting my friends at Jool. Look, sadly, I won't tell you that your friends at Jool are all going to be on their way home by the time you get there. Oh, that's actually... Yep, that's exactly what we want. So, no more burning. This is his maneuver. We need to set up at his... if we set this as a target... We're actually right at it right now. That's crazy. I still think it's better to do it here. We're basically aiming him at the planet, and then maybe once I've aimed him at the planet, I can figure it out. I can figure it out from there, but we'll do that. That's in years. Okay, we have another ship to launch, though. And that ship is Merendel's dedicated science probe, which he promises me, or he thinks. Let's go do this atmospheric pressure scan and transmit it back. He thinks that it's possible that he can that this thing can land on Laythe and get back. So we're at least going to try it. One thing that can happen is if he can rendezvous with the ship we just launched after he's landed on Laythe and come back up, he can transfer his science to that ship, and then we don't even have to bring this thing back, and we can take the stuff back. That's one idea. But anyway, this is going to be a much more sedate launch, I think. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh, look at that. That's the way we like it. 1.58, pretty much perfect. We don't need to fiddle with anything. It's all solids anyway, so it's not actually. We're not actually talking words that we say. We're not actually in very much control over this ship. Like, I can't control the throttle. Might as well do another atmospheric pressure scan and transmit that. Yeah, it would be a shame to not get atmospheric data from Laythe. Okay, atmospheric efficiency just got over 1, and we're just about to dump the solids, which is about what you like to do. Looks like once these are done here... Yeah, atmospheric efficiency is still going down, so we're going to leave it this way. We are about to start our gravity turn. Atmospheric efficiency is terrible now, but it starts to go down at 10 kilometers anyway, so not a big deal. Oh, we can do another atmospheric pressure scan. Might as well. Get some credit for that. We don't have a ton of battery power on this guy. But we do seem to have a lot of solar panels, or actually we don't even have a lot of solar panels, we're just getting power from our engines. Very nice. I like that. Okay, we have a very small amount of fuel, 44 meters per second. I think we're gonna do the dump this thing in the atmosphere trick. Oh, we got more science to do, and by dump this thing in the atmosphere trick, material study. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I can't believe we've made it this far into the series, and I've never done a material study in the low atmosphere. By the dump it in the atmosphere trick, I mean, you know, what NASA does every single launch, which is not leave any debris in orbit. Okay, here we go. We're going to bring our periapsis up to around 60 here. Oh, there we go. We did the trick successfully without even wasting fuel. So we're going to get this thing up to 80. 81 by 80. Just basically the same thing as the other guy, which means he's in an orbit that will probably eventually encounter that debris. Okay, and let's go ahead and just do the same thing we did with the other guy. Looks pretty good, about the same as the other one. And for using what I learned before, we're going to try to normal it here. So yeah, normal doesn't do it. But we're starting to get significant amounts here. But it's a lot closer than the other one was. So I think, you know what, I'm going to just go with this. Because it's still, see, I mean, it's this 530 is actually only 70 more meters per second than the prograde would be. And I've actually brought the prograde down. So I'm really not burning any faster. I'm just burning in a slightly different direction. And these do not generate power. This could be interesting, but I think we'll be fine. There it is. We're just going to get it really close and call it a day. Anytime you want to show me the actual encounter, that would be awesome. There it is, and good enough for me. Super annoying that it is on again and off again, but what are you going to do? Hey there, flying brick. Okay, let's get you out of the sphere of influence here. Okay, we are now outside of Kerbin's sphere of influence. So now we can see your trajectory to Jool. Let's add a maneuver right here. It's 23 days from now. If we normal up on this, it does affect it quite a bit, actually. So, score 1 for me being wrong. Now, if we prograde or radial, we're starting to see encounters with stuff. This asteroid thing, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it in orbit somewhere. Maybe I'll try to land it on Volhenge or something. Who knows? Let's go ahead and bring our normal down. See, that's going to kind of encounter Laythe. Kind of. If we set Laythe as a target... Okay, well, tell you what. We're going to do this burn in 2 days. But first... we're going to get these guys out of the sphere of influence. Okay. Oh, you've got science to do. A material study. We're not doing a material study. I'm, again, shocked. Actually, we are doing a material study. What am I saying? Do a material study. Keep that data. And then you guys... wait. Clean out experiments. Oh, wait. No. Collect all data in here. Now you guys... clean the experiments. Yay! Okay, while you're cleaning those experiments, Let's plan our Jool intercept, which actually we've already planned. But it's garbage. Actually, it's not garbage. Yes, it is. Yeah, something like that is looking pretty good to me. God, I hope they fix this before beta. They keep talking about beta. But it's really hard to plan interplanetary transfers when your sphere of influence changes just vanish. Let's take away some of our prograde. Basically, we're getting this guy out to Laythe's orbit as well. And that is a 24 meter per second burn in 222 days. So we're going to deal with that. Okay, and then we don't need this Kerbin Jool window anymore. So let's do Merendel's dedicated science probe. And let's actually go like a day away here. We're just fast forwarding a little bit to make sure he's actually out of the sphere of influence, but not getting all the way up to the flying bricks maneuver node. And now we're going to set up your maneuver node. Let's do it in 4 hours. Why not? Oh, wait, there's a Laythe encounter. Oh, we just had a Laythe encounter. Not that I expect to get one, but let's just do this. We're going to get it kind of planar and close to Laythe. I don't care that much anymore. And it is the next thing to happen, so let's aim at it. Should be fairly quick. Let's just do the burn. Yeah, see? Boom. Laythe encounter. Not exactly when and where I wanted it. Actually going to burn a little bit more just to kind of get it right here-ish. Okay, this 20 meter per second burn is probably going to be like a minute long. No, probably not a minute, but it's not going to be short. So I'm just going to go to the 3-minute warning here and then gun the engines and see what happens. Oh, yeah, it's tiny. Well, we could just do it now. Okay, we're just getting this in so it touches Laythe's orbit, and then we're stopping. Okay. And I think we have one more... Yes, we have one more thing to do, and then the EDC is coming back from even. We're not going to do that this episode, because I don't know how long this episode is going to end up being, but I've been playing for over an hour. So, let's go to the Zilla launcher. Hey, thought we forgot about you. This guy's going to Pull and Bop. He's got his little burn here to go Pull and Bop. So that's kind of cool. We're actually doing something in Jool's sphere of influence. Okay, so this burn is actually kind of big. 564 meters per second. It's about a quarter of this, so it's going to be less than 30 seconds. And it does get us a sphere of influence change. Pole encounter. Sweet, in 23 days and 5 hours. So it's actually the next thing to happen, which is pretty awesome. And now here's where I think, though, that we should disconnect one of these guys, and he should be the one that goes to pole. But I think again, like I said, I'm going to do that next episode. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed doing it. It was kind of trying, and there wasn't much happening. But I do like doing the little orbital insertion and transfer orbits and crap like that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed doing it. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.